Welcome, Qatar versus Switzerland. Switzerland starting to turn the screw. Abdurrazak plays it square to Miguel. Patient build-up. Switzerland seeing plenty of the ball at the moment. Broiler picks it up, looking for options. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. 70% of the ball in the opening 9 minutes. Xhaka orchestrating things from midfield beautifully, keeping Switzerland ticking over nicely. Qatar trying to stay compact defensively, but Afif looking to spark something on the counter. Broiler with a dangerous run down the flank, but Abunat slides in to block it out. Embolo pressing high, forcing Qatar into quick decisions they don't want to make. Madibo and Abdul Salam working hard in midfield for Qatar, but Switzerland's possession is suffocating. Two shots already for the Swiss, one for Qatar. They're definitely the hungrier side right now. Zakaria and Akanji solid at the back. Switzerland not giving Lai and Junior any space whatsoever. Switzerland dominating possession here. 70% of the ball in the opening stages. Xhaka looking to orchestrate play from midfield, but Abdul Salam closes him down quickly. Qatar trying to exploit space on the counter. Afif waiting for his opportunity to strike. Embolo's energy is relentless down that left flank, causing problems for the Qatar defense. Rodriguez with a dangerous cross. Koki heads it clear before Vargas can pounce. Both sides still searching for that crucial opening goal after 12 minutes played. Zakaria wins the ball back. Switzerland recycling possession with typical Swiss efficiency and patience. It's a cagey affair so far, but you sense a goal is coming soon. Just a wonderful advert for football, this. Switzerland dominating possession here, 70% of the ball in the opening quarter. Xhaka controlling the midfield beautifully, picking out passes with surgical precision for the Swiss. Qatar trying to stay compact defensively, Koki and Alamin holding the line well. Embolo making intelligent runs, testing the Qatar backline every time Switzerland pushes forward. Afif looking dangerous on the counter for Qatar, but Switzerland's defense staying resolute. Three shots already for Switzerland to Qatar's one. They're really applying the pressure early. Zakaria and Freuler controlling the tempo. Switzerland not letting Qatar settle into any rhythm whatsoever. Still goalless here, but you can feel Switzerland building momentum as we approach the 20-minute mark. Switzerland dominating possession here, 70%. Xhaka controlling the tempo in midfield. Qatar's Afif trying to find space on the wing, but Ebishir cuts it out brilliantly. Goal! Gay! Brilliant strike by Bibi Embolo. The stadium erupts. 0-2. Embolo makes it 2. Switzerland absolutely dominant. Qatar struggling to get out of their own half. What a performance from the Swiss! Xhaka and Freuler controlling the midfield, Embolo finishing clinically. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here, 70% of the ball, and Qatar struggling to get out of their own half. Xhaka with the ball again. What composure, what experience from the captain there, picking out Ebisher down the left flank. Afif tries to break forward for Qatar, but Akanji is having none of it. Superb defending from the Swiss backline. Freuler clips it through, Vargas makes that run, but Koki reads it perfectly and heads it away to safety. Qatar need to wake up here. They're getting overrun in midfield. Abdul Salam and Madibo can't seem to get a foothold. Embolo stretches for it, just goes wide. But what a chance that was for Switzerland to double their lead. Lai has a go from distance. Kobel watches it sail over. No problem for the Swiss goalkeeper there whatsoever. Junior looking lively down the wing for Qatar, but Elvedi is keeping him quiet. Excellent positioning from the left back. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. 70% of the ball in the opening 20 minutes. Xhaka pulls the strings in midfield, finding Rodriguez out wide with a crisp pass forward. Qatar struggling to retain possession. Afif chasing shadows as Switzerland control the tempo. Embolo makes a run. Akanji clips a pass over the top, but Koki just gets there. Five shots already for Switzerland compared to just one from Qatar. The difference is clear. Zakaria and Freuler form a solid defensive wall. Qatar can't break through the Swiss lines. Ndoye cuts inside on the left flank, looking dangerous as Abunad retreats under pressure. "21 minutes gone and Switzerland's intensity is simply too much for Qatar to handle right now." Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the tempo in midfield beautifully. Qatar trying to find their rhythm, but Afif struggling to get into the game so far. Freuler with another dangerous ball forward. Embolo's making excellent runs down that right flank. Abunad and Koki need to tighten up defensively. Switzerland's getting far too much space. Five shots already for Switzerland versus just one for Qatar. The statistics tell the story. Zakaria breaking up play again. What a commanding display from the Swiss defense today. Madibo finally getting forward for Qatar. But Abisher's positioning is absolutely immaculate. Vargas nearly through on goal there. Kobel hasn't had much to do, but he's ready. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease against Qatar's struggling side. Freuler drives forward. Qatar's defense looking shaky. They need to tighten up immediately or this could get ugly. Zakaria wins the ball back. What composure on the left flank. Switzerland are relentless in their pressing. Afif tries to find space, but Akanji is positioning himself perfectly. Switzerland's backline is rock solid today. Seven shots to one. The statistics tell the story here. Qatar simply cannot match Switzerland's intensity. Embolo making intelligent runs. Qatar's Al-Amin and Koki struggling to keep pace with these movements. Another chance for Switzerland. Ndoye cuts inside, but Abdul Salam throws his body in front, desperately defending. Qatar need a miracle here, trailing 1-0 with just possession and prayers. Switzerland smell blood in the water. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the tempo in midfield with ease. Qatar struggling to get out of their own half, Abu Nad and the defense under constant pressure. Embolo making clever runs down the left, finding space that Qatar's backline simply cannot handle. Eight shots already for Switzerland. Rodriguez delivering crosses that are causing real problems for Koki. Afif trying to spark something for Qatar, but the ball won't stick up front, isolated completely. Zakaria breaking up play beautifully in defense. Switzerland's midfield three absolutely controlling this match. Lai working hard for Qatar, but they need more bodies forward. Currently just two outnumbered. Vargas! Another chance created. Akanji reading it perfectly though. Crucial defending from Switzerland's back line. Lai picks it up, looking for options. Switzerland absolutely dominating this first half, 31 minutes in, and Qatar struggling to get out of their own half. Xhaka with the ball again. Such composure in midfield, orchestrating play beautifully for the Swiss. Afif tries to break forward for Qatar, but Akanji reads it perfectly. Superb defensive positioning there. Rodriguez down the left flank, crosses it in dangerously. Embolo nearly gets a foot to it. Qatar's Madibo working hard, but the Swiss just have too much control right now. 75% possession. Freuler and Zakaria controlling the tempo. Qatar can't find any rhythm in this match whatsoever. One shot for Qatar, 8 for Switzerland. That tells you everything about this contest so far. Ndoye bursts forward again. Qatar's defense really stretched. Koki has to be so careful here. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here, keeping Qatar pinned back in their own half. Chaka with the ball again, 40 yards out, looking to thread it through to Embolo. Qatar struggling to find any rhythm. Afif isolated up front with minimal support from midfield. Rodriguez down the left wing now. Brilliant pace, but Kuki gets a crucial block in. Freuler wins it back in the middle. Switzerland recycling possession with such composure and control. Madibo trying to break the lines for Qatar, but Aebischer reads it perfectly, clears it away. Vargas making runs off the ball, always looking dangerous. Switzerland's movement is surgical tonight. Al-Amin needs to tighten up defensively here. Switzerland having far too much time and space. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. 70% of the ball and they're not letting up. Chaka showing his experience in midfield, dictating play beautifully for the Swiss. Qatar trying desperately to find space, but Abunad and the defense are under constant pressure. Embolo's pace is causing real problems on the wing, forcing Koki into some desperate defending. Afif has barely touched the ball in the first half. Qatar's attack completely smothered. Freuler with another driving run forward. The Swiss midfielder is everywhere today. Madibo working hard in midfield, but Qatar just can't seem to gain any momentum whatsoever. Seven shots to 2 already. Switzerland's clinical finishing could prove decisive before halftime arrives. The crowd right behind their team here. Switzerland absolutely dominant here at the break. Chaka and Freuler controlling the midfield with ease. Qatar struggling to find their rhythm. Afif isolated up front with little support from midfield. Embolo's been a real handful all half. Abunad and Koki working overtime at the back. "70% possession for Switzerland. They're suffocating Qatar in the middle of the park." Nine shots to 2 tells you everything about this first half. Vargas and Ndoye causing constant problems. Al Amin trying to spark something down the flank, but Ebish's positioning is absolutely immaculate. Zakaria reads the game like a book. Every Qatari attack snuffed out before it develops. Madebo and Lay have barely touched the ball. Qatar's attacking play completely blunted by Switzerland's press. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here at the 40-minute mark. Xhaka controlling the tempo beautifully. Qatar struggling to get out. Afif isolated up front. 9 shots to 2 tells the story. Embolo with space on the wing. Cuts it back, but Koki clears it away for Qatar. Freuler wins another tackle. Switzerland's midfield is just relentless this evening. Al Amin trying to spark something for Qatar, but Abisher snuffs it out immediately. What composure from Rodriguez. The left back threading through balls. Qatar's defense under constant pressure. Lai pushing forward for Qatar, but Akanji reads it perfectly. Switzerland so solid at the back. Half-time approaching and Switzerland's 1-goal lead feels like it could easily become more here. Switzerland absolutely dominant here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with such composure and precision. Qatar struggling to find any rhythm. Afif isolated up front with minimal service whatsoever. Embolo's pace is causing real problems down that left flank. Abishur supporting brilliantly from defence. Zakaria and Freuler are just snuffing out every attack. Qatar can't get through the middle. Rodriguez whipping in another dangerous cross, but Koki heads it clear under pressure. The statistics tell the story. 70% possession for Switzerland, completely suffocating Qatar's chances. Andoye making intelligent runs, Abunad having to be alert and focused at the back. Ten shots to 2 already. Switzerland's finishing will be crucial before half-time approaches here. The manager out on the touchline, barking instructions. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here at 45 minutes, keeping Qatar pinned back with Xhaka controlling the midfield. Embolo's been a real handful for the Qatar defence all first half, causing serious problems down that left flank. Qatar trying to catch Switzerland on the breakthrough Afif, but Abishur's been rock solid defensively for the Swiss. Dangerous attack from Qatar. What a commanding display from Akanji at the back. The Switzerland defender has been virtually unbeatable this half. Zakaria and Freuler controlling the middle, making life incredibly difficult for Abdul Salam and Madibo in Qatar's engine room. Ten shots to 3 for Switzerland tells the entire story here. Complete superiority in this opening 45 minutes. Goebbels barely had a save to make. Qatar simply cannot find a way through this Swiss defensive wall. As we head to the break, Switzerland's 1-0 lead feels like it could have been far more comfortable, frankly. Switzerland absolutely dominant here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with such composure and precision. Qatar desperately trying to find a way back in. Afif pushing forward, but Akanji reads it perfectly. Freuler with another chance. The Swiss are relentless. They're suffocating Qatar's attacks before they start. Embolo and Vargas causing absolute havoc down the wings. Qatar's defense stretched to breaking point. Ooh, so close! Switzerland turning up the pressure. Alamin trying to spark something for Qatar, but Rodriguez is having none of it defensively. What possession stats these are? 77% for Switzerland. They're dictating every single moment. Ndoye weaving through. Kobel hasn't had much to do, but Switzerland's defense is watertight so far. Ten shots to 4. The Swiss are peppering the goalkeeper. Qatar needs a dramatic second half response. Switzerland dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with real authority and composure. Qatar desperately needs to find Afif in space. He's their creative spark up front. That's half time. Zurwan on the scoreboard. Grab a cup of tea. The second half promises plenty. Stay with us. And we are back underway for the second half. 11 shots for Switzerland, just 4 for Qatar. The stats tell the story of this half. Abisher down the left wing. Ndoye making a run. Switzerland pressing hard before half-time. Koki's having a tough afternoon against this relentless Swiss attack, really being tested here. Freuler and Zakaria, absolute rocks in that Swiss midfield. Qatar can't break through them. %30 possession for Qatar. They need to be sharper, quicker with their transitions. (1-0) Switzerland at the break. They've been the far superior side in every department tonight. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here at the break. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease. Qatar desperately needs to find Afif in the second half. He's their creative spark up front. Embolo has been a constant threat, and Zakaria is mopping up everything in defense for Switzerland. Koki and Miguel working hard for Qatar, but they're completely overwhelmed in the middle right now. What a performance from Abisher down the left flank, absolutely terrorizing the Qatar defense tonight. Laye trying to spark something for Qatar, but Akanji is having none of it. Brilliant defending. Ndoye and Vargas causing absolute havoc. Switzerland look like they could add more before full time. Qatar need to regroup. Abdul Salam must be more aggressive, or Switzerland will run riot in the second half. Switzerland absolutely dominant here at the halfway point. Xhaka controlling the midfield with such authority and precision. Qatar struggling to find their rhythm. Afif isolated up front as Switzerland's defense stands firm. Freuler wins it back again. The Swiss midfielder is everywhere, barely giving Qatar a moment's breathing space. Abu Nad and the Qatar defense under relentless pressure now. Embolo prowling around looking dangerous. What a spell of possession this is for Switzerland. 75%, they're suffocating Qatar completely. Dangerous attack from Switzerland. Rodriguez cuts it back from the wing, but Vargas can't quite get the connection. So close! Qatar need to inject some urgency here. Abdul Salam trying to drive forward, but the Swiss press is suffocating. Akanji heads it clear. Kobel hasn't had much to do, but Switzerland's defense is absolutely watertight tonight. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here, 70%. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease. Qatar desperately needs to find Afif in space, but Akanji and Elvedi are keeping things tight. "17 shots for Switzerland already. Embolo looking dangerous down the left. Aibashir overlapping. Madibo trying to spark something for Qatar, but Zakaria won't give him a moment's peace. Kobel hasn't had much to do, but those Swiss defenders are dealing with everything Abdul Salam throws at them. Vargas cutting in from the wing. Qatar's backline is under constant pressure here. Freuler breaking up play again for Switzerland. What a shift he's putting in today. Lay and Junior running hard for Qatar, but the gap in possession is becoming really evident now. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield beautifully for the visitors. Qatar trying to get forward through Afif, but Akanji reads it perfectly and clears the danger. "17 shots to 4. Switzerland is relentless in their attacking approach this evening. Freuler wins it back again. What intensity from the Swiss defense and midfield unit. Embolo looking sharp up front. Koki has to be very careful here with his positioning. Rodriguez pushing forward on the wing. Qatar's defense stretched thin across the back line. Madibo and Junior working hard for Qatar, but they're finding it difficult to retain possession. Zakaria commanding presence at the back for Switzerland. Absolutely solid defensively so far. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease against Qatar's tired defense. Embolo finds space down the wing. What a chance this could be for the visitors. Qatar desperately needs to find something going forward. Afif isolated up top with minimal support. Rodriguez whips in a cross. 17 shots for Switzerland. Now they're relentless. Koki and Al-Amin working overtime trying to contain the Swiss onslaught. It's exhausting watching them. Zakaria slides a beautiful pass through midfield. The Swiss machine just keeps purring along. Qatar's only had 4 attempts all match. They're completely overwhelmed at the moment. Vargas cuts inside. Switzerland hunting for that crucial second goal to put this away. Substitution. A. Alwi makes way for A. Fatih. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with such composure and class. Qatar struggling to break through. Afif trying to find space, but Akanji is just too solid in defense. What a chance! Embolo cuts inside, shoots. Abunad makes a brilliant save to keep it 1-0. Substitution. Why Abdurrazak makes way for A. Alaildin. Freuler winning the ball back again. Switzerland's pressing is relentless in the second half. Koki and Al-Amin working hard for Qatar, but they're being completely overrun in midfield right now. Rodriguez whips in a cross. Vargas nearly there, but just over the bar. So close for Switzerland. Qatar need to find an answer soon. Madibo trying to spark something going forward for the hosts. Zakaria and Elvedi have been rock solid all match. Switzerland's defense is absolutely impenetrable tonight. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease against Qatar's struggling defense. Freuler slides a beautiful pass to Ndoye down the left wing, but Koki makes a crucial block. Qatar trying to find Afif in space, but Akanji reads it perfectly and cuts out the danger. Embolo is causing real problems for Al-Amin on that right flank. Switzerland relentless in attack. Zakaria wins the ball back again. Switzerland keeping Qatar pinned in their own half here. And there's Vargas making a run. Oh, what pace! Abdul Salam forced to bring him down. Madibo finally gets forward for Qatar, but Elvedi is there to shut him down immediately. Switzerland's 17 shots speaks volumes about their control. Kobel barely worked in the Swiss goal tonight. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the tempo beautifully in midfield. Qatar desperately needs to find Afif in space. They're being suffocated by Swiss pressure. Ooh, so close. Switzerland turning up the pressure. 17 shots to 4. The statistics tell the story of this one-sided affair so far. Fresh legs. Jay Manzambi comes on for Dean Ndoye. The manager rolling the dice. Elvedi sweeping up at the back. Akanji and him are rock solid for the Swiss defense. Abdul Salam trying to spark something for Qatar, but Freuler's reading the game perfectly. Embolo's movement is causing absolute nightmares for the Qatar backline right now. Relentless! Only 30% possession for Qatar. They need to adjust their approach immediately. Rodriguez whipping in another dangerous cross. Switzerland just won't let up their assault. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease. Qatar trying desperately to find an opening, but Abunad and the defense are holding firm. Embolo's been a constant threat all evening. Koki has his hands full out there. "18 shots to 4. That's the story of this match. Switzerland relentless in attack. Afif getting forward for Qatar now. They need something, anything to equalize this game. Abisher driving down the left, Zakaria supporting play. Switzerland's movement is just exquisite. Madibo working hard in midfield, but Qatar can't seem to turn possession into chances. Freuler with another composed pass. Switzerland looking to add a second before the final whistle. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here, 70 minutes in, and Qatar desperately searching for an opening. Xhaka with the ball again, controlling the tempo beautifully for the Swiss midfield. Afif tries to spark something for Qatar, but Abisher reads it perfectly, blocks it away. "19 shots for Switzerland, just 4 for Qatar. This is clinical football from Murat Yakin's side. Embolo terrorizing that left flank again. Koki's having nightmares dealing with his pace and power. Zakaria sweeping up at the back, so composed, so professional, barely breaking a sweat here. Abdul Salam pushes forward desperately for Qatar, but Rodriguez cuts off the passing lane with ease. Switzerland keeping Qatar at arm's length. 30% possession isn't nearly enough at this stage. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. 70% of the ball in the 72nd minute. Xhaka controlling the tempo beautifully, keeping Qatar at arm's length with precise passing. Mbolo's pace has been a constant threat down the wing all afternoon long. Qatar need to find something special here. Afif looking for space, but Switzerland's defense is resolute. "19 shots for Switzerland compared to just 4. The shot count tells the story completely. Rodriguez overlapping nicely, always looking to create, always probing the Qatar backline. Koki and Alamin working hard defensively, but they're under relentless pressure from the Swiss. Still 72 minutes gone, Switzerland leading 1-0, looking increasingly comfortable in control here. Abisher wins it back in midfield, well read. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here. 70% of the ball in the 75th minute. Xhaka pings it wide to Abisher, who's been tireless down that left flank all afternoon. Qatar desperately needs to find some space. Afif's been quiet, they need him involved now. "19 shots for Switzerland. Goebbels had very little to do in that Swiss goal. Vargas drives forward with purpose, looking for a killer pass into the box. Koki's working hard in midfield, but Qatar are being overwhelmed by Swiss intensity here. Embolo's causing all sorts of problems. The Qatar defense just cannot find a foothold. This is relentless Swiss football. Rodriguez keeping possession, building from the back methodically. Switzerland absolutely dominating this match. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease here in the 78th minute. Qatar desperately searching for an equalizer, but Afif can't find space against this organized Swiss defense. Freuler wins it back again. Switzerland's position is just suffocating Qatar right now, 70% to 30%. Embolo racing down the wing, beats Koki, crosses it in. Vargas just can't quite connect with it. Abunad trying to spark something for Qatar, but Ebisher is reading every pass beautifully on the left flank. Substitution. A.O. Madibo makes way for M. Al-Manai. "20 shots for Switzerland against just 4 for Qatar. The difference in quality is absolutely stark here. Zakaria and Akanji have been immense at the back. Qatar's attack simply cannot penetrate this Swiss wall. Laye making a run for Qatar. Rodriguez slides in with a perfectly timed tackle. Brilliant defending from Switzerland. Switzerland controlling this match brilliantly. Xhaka dictating play in midfield. Rodriguez pushing forward down the left. Qatar desperately searching for an equalizer, but Afif and Junior can't find space against this Swiss defense. Zakaria and Akanji have been absolutely rock solid at the back for Switzerland tonight. "80 minutes gone and Switzerland's dominance is suffocating. 70% possession, 22 shots. Embolo has been a menace all evening. Every time he gets the ball, Qatar's backline shivers. Koki trying to organize the Qatar defense, but they're running on fumes here in the final stages. Vargas keeps stretching that Qatar defense. Elvedi's pace up the wing is giving them constant problems. Can Qatar find a late breakthrough? Abdul Salam and Madibo pushing forward, but Kobel remains calm in goal. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession here in the final stages. Xhaka controlling the midfield beautifully. Qatar desperately searching for an equalizer. Afif trying to create something from nothing on the wing. Freuler has been immense today. 22 shots for Switzerland shows their relentless attacking intent. Embolo and Vargas linking up nicely. Switzerland just keeping the ball moving, keeping Qatar at bay. Koki and Miguel battling hard in defense, but they're under constant pressure from the Swiss. Only 8 minutes remaining and Qatar needs something special here. Abdurrazak pushing forward with desperation. Rodriguez has had an excellent game defensively. Swiss maintaining that one-goal lead with incredible discipline. Big chance for Switzerland. How has that stayed out? Zakaria and Ebischer locking down the defense. Switzerland looking comfortable despite Qatar's late rally attempts. Switzerland dominating possession here in the final minutes. Xhaka controlling the midfield with ease. Qatar desperately searching for an equalizer, but Afif can't find space against that Swiss defense. Embolo threatening down the wing. Ebischer supporting him brilliantly. Switzerland smelling blood. Only 5 minutes remaining and Qatar needs a miracle. Abdul Salam trying to rally the troops. Zakaria and Akanji have been absolutely immense for Switzerland, barely giving Qatar a sniff. Dangerous attack from Switzerland. Vargas with another chance. Kobel's been untested all evening. What a performance from the Swiss. Live fighting hard for Qatar, but Freuler's defensive work rate has been absolutely relentless. "90 seconds left on the clock. Switzerland holding firm. This could be it for the hosts. Switzerland's dominance is complete. 87 minutes in and Qatar desperately seeking an equalizer they don't deserve. Xhaka controlling everything in midfield, barely broken sweat. Freuler and Rodriguez supporting brilliantly down the flanks. A fifth trying to spark something for Qatar, but Akanji and Elvedi are absolutely solid at the back. One shot. Qatar's managed just one on target. Kobel's had a quiet evening, hasn't he, folks? Embolo could have had a hat-trick today. Switzerland's clinical finishing has been the difference here. Madibo and Lai chasing shadows out there. This has been a masterclass in European football tonight. Three minutes remaining. Can Qatar find that crucial goal? Abdul Salam trying desperately, but Zakaria won't allow it. What a performance from Switzerland! Ndoye and Vargas have run the show on the wings all evening. We're deep into injury time now. Switzerland holding on to their one-goal advantage with Kobel standing firm in goal! Afif tries to find space down the wing, but Ebischer is there again. Brilliant defensive work from the Swiss. Right back! Xhaka shields the ball beautifully, running down the clock for Switzerland as Qatar desperately search for an equalizer. Junior pushes forward for Qatar, but Akanji is immense, winning another crucial header to clear the danger. The Swiss are suffocating this Qatari attack. Freuler and Zakaria absolutely dominant in the middle of the pitch. Vargas almost breaches it on the counter. Qatar scrambling back, Koki making a last-ditch tackle to deny the danger. Embolo showing his experience now, holding possession as Switzerland wind down the final moments of this match. The whistle's about to go. Switzerland claiming a massive victory here in Qatar with that crucial Murat Yakin masterclass. And there's the whistle. Switzerland holds on. They've done it. 1-0 victory. Qatar carving them open, inches away. Goebel's been absolutely outstanding in goal today. What a performance from the Swiss keeper. Qatar pushed hard but couldn't find that breakthrough. Afif worked tirelessly up front. Xhaka controlled the midfield brilliantly. Switzerland deserved this win. No question about it. What a defensive display from Akanji and Elvedi. They were immense throughout 90 minutes. Embolo sealed it. Qatar couldn't get past the Swiss backline. Absolutely professional defending. The final whistle goes and Switzerland celebrates. They've earned this 3 points comprehensively. Zakaria and Freuler were tireless in that midfield. Qatar simply couldn't break them down. We're deep into injury time now. Switzerland absolutely dominant. Goal! Goal! The equalizer. Koki drags Qatar right back into it. 1-1. Game on. What a moment! Koki levels it up in the dying seconds. Absolutely crucial for Qatar. Switzerland pushed forward relentlessly, but Koki finds that equalizer when it matters most. Al-Amin wins it back in midfield, well read. And there's the whistle, a thrilling draw in Qatar as both sides battle hard until the final moment. Embolo had chances to win it, but Abunat stood firm in that Qatari defence throughout. What a performance from Switzerland's Xhaka in midfield, controlling play with 68% possession. But Qatar showed real spirit. Afif led the line with intensity despite being under constant pressure. "25 shots for Switzerland, yet Kobel's opposite number kept them at bay with crucial saves. Zakaria and Akanji march. There's the final whistle. It finishes 1-1. What a game of football. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you for the next one. The hosts won't be disappointed with this result, considering Switzerland's dominance in possession and chances. What drama! What intensity! Both teams leave it all out there on the pitch tonight. It's the 90th minute and we're all square at 1-1. What a thrilling encounter this has been. Xhaka drives forward with purpose, looking to break the deadlock in these final moments. Qatar's Afif tries desperately to find space, but Akanji is marking him tightly through here. Switzerland dominating possession at 68%, but Qatar holding firm with that compact defence. Embolo races down the wing, crosses it in. Oh, just over the head of Vargas there. Al-Amin clears it away from danger. Qatar soaking up the pressure as the clock ticks down. Rodriguez whips in another dangerous ball. Can Switzerland find a winner in this final push? "25 shots for the Swiss, but they just cannot find that breakthrough goal tonight." We're into the 90-minute mark and it's still locked at 1-1. What a dramatic encounter this has been. Xhaka with the ball, looking to create something magical in these final moments for Switzerland. Afif trying to spark Qatar into life, but Akanji is absolutely dominant in that Swiss defense today. Embolo stretches for it, just can't quite get there. The Swiss have had 25 shots and incredible attacking pressure. Koki clears it away desperately as Switzerland continue to bombard the Qatari goal relentlessly. Rodriguez drives forward with purpose. Abdul Salam slides in with a crucial tackle to block the danger. This is edge of your seat stuff. Both teams desperate for a winner in these final seconds. Zakaria and Freuler controlling the midfield, but Qatar holding firm with Madibo and Lai working tirelessly. We're into the 90-minute mark and it's still level. Qatar and Switzerland locked in this intense battle. Xhaka with the ball in midfield, looking to orchestrate one final push for the Swiss. Afif lurking dangerously up front for Qatar, but Akanji is keeping a tight watch on him. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession at 66%, yet they cannot find that crucial breakthrough. Kobel stands ready in the Swiss goal, barely tested despite their attacking dominance this evening. Madibo working tirelessly in midfield for Qatar, trying to build something from deep. Embolo racing down the wing. Can he find space? No, Koki cuts it out brilliantly. This is absolutely gripping. Both sides leaving everything on the pitch in these final moments. Lai has been everywhere tonight. What an engine. We're deep into stoppage time now. Qatar desperately seeking a winner against Switzerland's stubborn defense. Afif makes a run down the wing, but Ebisher is there to cut it out brilliantly. Switzerland dominating possession at 67%, but they just cannot find that breakthrough goal. Xhaka pings it forward to Embolo. What a chance this could be for the Swiss! Koki slides in with a last-ditch tackle to deny Vargas in the box. Absolutely crucial! "25 shots for Switzerland against just 7 for Qatar. The stats are absolutely staggering. Andoye whips across and Zakaria rises above Madibo, but his header goes wide. One minute remaining. It's all hands on deck here as we approach the final whistle. We're into the 90-minute mark and it's still locked at 1-1 here in Doha. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession with 67%. Xhaka controlling the tempo masterfully. Qatar's Afif looking dangerous on the counter, but Akanji's positioning has been immaculate all match. Freuler slides in with a crucial tackle. The Swiss defense standing firm as we enter added time. "25 shots for Switzerland compared to just 7 for Qatar. That stat tells the story. Elvedi whips in across. Embolo rises above Koki, but the header drifts wide of target. Can Lai find a breakthrough for Qatar? The midfielder driving forward with real purpose and intensity here. Kobel has hardly been tested today, but one moment of madness could change everything in stoppage time. Switzerland seeing plenty of the ball at the moment. And we're into the final moments here at the 90-minute mark. Switzerland pressing hard through Xhaka and Freuler. Qatar desperately defending. Koki and Al-Amin holding firm against wave after wave of Swiss attacks. Embolo with the ball on the left wing, cuts inside looking for an opening, but Abdul Salam blocks it. One more chance could settle this. Vargas waiting in the box as Rodriguez whips it across. Afif has barely touched the ball this half. Qatar need to find him on the counter. Incredible intensity here. Zakaria wins it back. Switzerland recycling possession once more with clinical precision. Abunad comes forward looking for an unlikely winner, but Abisher reads it perfectly and clears. Stoppage time approaching. Either team could grab it. This has been a thrilling encounter indeed. We're into injury time now. Qatar desperately searching for a winner against Switzerland's stubborn defense. Afif with the ball on the left wing, but Abisher slides in with a crucial block. Switzerland dominating possession at 66%, but they just cannot find that breakthrough goal. Xhaka pings it forward to Embolo. Oh, what a chance! Koki clears it away magnificently. The Swiss have had 25 shots to Qatar's 7. The statistics tell the story. Junior battling hard in midfield for Qatar won't give Switzerland an inch without a fight. Vargas cuts inside looking dangerous, but Alamin reads it perfectly and intercepts. We're heading to the whistle. Still all square at one apiece. What a thrilling encounter. It's the 90th minute and we're locked at 1-1. Switzerland pressing hard with Xhaka controlling the midfield. Afif has it for Qatar, but possession is slipping away. Switzerland dominating with 66% of the ball. Embolo making runs down the wing. Abisher supporting from defense. The Swiss want a winner here. Qatar's Madibo fighting back, but Freuler and Zakaria are absolutely suffocating them in the middle. Rodriguez whips a dangerous cross in. Akanji's there, but it's just cleared by Koki. Desperate defending. We could go to extra time here unless someone finds magic in these final moments. What drama! Vargas looking for space, Ndoye pushing forward. Switzerland's 25 shots show their attacking intent tonight. And that's 90 minutes. 1-1 draw takes us into extra time. What an incredible match this has been. It's the 90-minute mark and we're all square. Qatar won, Switzerland won. Absolutely intense. Embolo's pushing forward, but Koki is there with a crucial block. Superb defending. Switzerland dominating possession at 67%, but Qatar holding firm in that defensive line. Xhaka looking to thread it through to Vargas. Oh, offside flags up. Close call there. Afif trying to create something special for Qatar, but Abishar cuts out the danger brilliantly. Zakaria and Freuler controlling the midfield completely, but that final ball just won't come. One more chance, one more moment. Can anyone break this deadlock before that final whistle? It's coming down to seconds now. Who will snatch the winner in this absolutely thrilling contest? Nice tempo to this game, end-to-end stuff. We're into the final moments here at the Lusail Stadium. Switzerland pressing hard through Xhaka and Rodriguez. Embolo makes a run down the wing, but Koki reads it perfectly and clears the danger away. Qatar's Afif has been immense tonight, but Switzerland's Abishar just won't give him a moment's peace. Zakaria driving forward with purpose. Abdul Salam slides in desperately to block the shooting opportunity. The intensity is absolutely electric here. Both teams leaving everything on the pitch in these final seconds. Abunad gets forward for Qatar, but Akanji and El Waidi form an impenetrable wall at the back. Freuler with the ball now, looking to create one final chance, but Al Amin cuts out the pass. It's absolutely frenetic. 1 point apiece. Both sides fighting for that crucial victory in stoppage time. We're into the 90-minute mark here at the stadium, and it's still 1-1 between Qatar and Switzerland. Xhaka with the ball now, pushing forward as Switzerland absolutely dominates possession at 68%. Afif trying to find space for Qatar, but Akanji reads it perfectly and cuts out the danger. What a performance from Switzerland though. 25 shots to Qatar's 7 is a remarkable attacking output. Rodriguez whips it in from the left. Embolo stretches, but Koki's there to block it away. The Swiss have been relentless all evening, but Qatar's defense, led by Al Amin, has held firm. Freuler drives forward again with that Swiss intensity we've seen throughout, searching for that winner. One final push coming here as we approach the end. Will either side snatch it in these dying moments? We're into the final moments now. Switzerland pushing hard, but Qatar's defense holding firm with Koki and Abunad. Xhaka with the ball at the edge of the box, looking for an opening, but Al Amin cuts it out brilliantly. This has been a tense affair. Absolutely. Both sides desperate for that winning goal in this 90-minute thriller. Embolo makes a run down the wing, crosses it in, but Miguel heads it clear with real conviction there. Qatar on the break. Afif racing forward. Elvedi has to be careful. Absolute intensity right now. Zakaria and Freuler controlling midfield for Switzerland, but Madibo and Abdul Salam aren't giving them an inch. We're talking full-time whistle in just moments here, folks. 1 point apiece. What a draw this would be. Vargas wants it so badly, firing from distance. Kobel staying ready in the Swiss goal. Seconds ticking away. Somebody needs a moment of magic to break this open. We're into the 90-minute mark now. Absolutely crucial moments here at the end. Xhaka launches it forward. Embolo makes a darting run down the left flank. Qatar desperately trying to hold on with Abunad and Koki marshalling the defense. Vargas cuts inside. Oh, what a chance! Kobel stays sharp in the Swiss goal. The possession statistics tell the story. Switzerland dominating with 68%. Afif's trying to spark something for Qatar, looking for that golden winner here. Freuler keeps recycling possession. Switzerland probing for that breakthrough moment. Can Qatar hold on? This is intense. 1 minute left to play, folks. We're deep into stoppage time here at the 90-minute mark, and it's still all square at 1 apiece. Embolo charging forward for Switzerland, but Koki slides in with a crucial last-ditch tackle to deny him. Qatar desperately seeking that winner through Afif, but Zakaria's positioning is absolutely immaculate in defense. Xhaka controlling the midfield with his typical authority. Switzerland dominating possession at 68%. Madibo battles hard for possession, but Freuler wins it back and Switzerland are looking dangerous again. Abunad makes a vital clearance. The Qatari defends, standing firm as Switzerland throw everything forward. We could be heading for extra time unless someone finds a breakthrough in these final moments. Ndoye whips in a cross, Abunad heads it clear, and the tension is absolutely palpable here. We're into the 90-minute mark and it's level. Qatar won, Switzerland won. Absolutely magnificent drama here. Embolo surges forward, but Koki reads it perfectly, cuts out the danger with a crucial block. Switzerland absolutely dominating possession at 69%, but Qatar's defense under Abunad has been resolute. Xhaka looking for that killer pass. Rodriguez waiting on the wing. Oh, just wide off Afif. This could be it. Vargas makes a run. Madibo slides in desperately. What a recovery tackle. "26 shots for Switzerland, but we in goal has been heroic, making save after save. Ndoye cuts inside, Akanji supporting, the Swiss pressing hard in these final seconds. And that's it. Full time, 1-1 draw. An absolutely riveting encounter between these two sides. All square at 1-1, everything to play for. We're into the 90-minute mark and Switzerland pushing hard for the winner with Embolo up front. Qatar's holding firm defensively. Koki and Abunad standing strong against the Swiss assault. Xhaka controlling the midfield, but Afif trying to catch them on the break for Qatar. "26 shots for Switzerland, only 7 for Qatar. The dominance is clear tonight." Zakaria driving forward again, but Madibo slides in with a crucial block there. Both teams desperate for 3 points. This could go either way in these final moments. Vargas with the ball on the wing, crosses it in. Kobil watches from goal. Al-Amin battling hard for possession. Football at its absolute finest here at the death. We're into the final moments here at the 90-minute mark. Qatar and Switzerland locked at 1 apiece. Chaka's pushing forward with the ball, looking to find Mbolo in the box. But Koki clears it away. Afif tries to break through midfield for Qatar, but Freuler makes an excellent interception there. Switzerland dominating possession at 69%. They're desperate for that winner in these dying seconds. Vargas cuts inside. Dangerous delivery toward the far post. Abunad has to be alert. Madibo with the header, trying to release Junior down the wing, but it's blocked by Ebischer. Akanji solid at the back for Switzerland, keeping this match level as we approach full time. Absolutely tense here, both sides giving everything. Can either team snatch it in these final moments? We're into the 90-minute here, and Switzerland absolutely dominating possession with 70%. Chaka slides it wide to Ndoye on the left wing, looking for that late breakthrough. Qatar's Afif trying to hold it up, but Akanji reads the game perfectly and cuts it out. Freuler drives forward powerfully. 26 shots for Switzerland against just 7 from Qatar. Madibo and Lai battling hard in midfield, but they're being overrun here in the final stages. Embolo makes his run into the box. Zakaria whips in a dangerous cross from deep. It's 1-1 on the scoreboard, but this is all Switzerland right now. Relentless attacking. Koki and Al-Amin marshalling the defense desperately as the clock winds down toward full time. Afif has been everywhere tonight. What an engine! It's 90 minutes. We're locked at one apiece. This is absolutely gripping stuff here. Xhaka with the ball. Switzerland pushing forward, desperately seeking that winner. Afif tries to break away, but Akanji is there with a crucial defensive block. Kobel hasn't had much to do tonight, but Switzerland's domination with 68% possession is evident. Embolo charges down the wing, looking for one final chance to break the deadlock. Qatar's defense holding firm through Koki and Al-Amin. They're standing tall. Freuler plays it wide to Ndoye. The Swiss are relentless in these dying moments. Abdurrazzaq clears it away. We could be heading to extra time in this absolute thriller. We're into the 90th minute now, and it's still absolutely level at one apiece here. Embolo drives forward for Switzerland, but Koki slides in brilliantly to block that effort. Qatar desperately seeking a winner through Afif, but Zakaria reads the play perfectly and clears. This has been a masterclass in resilience from Qatar, despite Switzerland's complete dominance in possession. Xhaka trying to unlock the Swiss attack one more time, but the Qatar defense holds firm. Ndoye cuts inside, shoots, and Abunad makes an absolutely crucial save to keep it level. We are heading toward extra time unless someone can find that magical breakthrough in these final moments. What drama unfolding here as both teams leave everything on the pitch in this intense battle. We're into the final moments here at the 90-minute mark, and Switzerland desperately pushing forward with Embolo and Vargas. Xhaka controlling the tempo in midfield, but Qatar's Afif trying to spark something on the counter-attack. This has been an absolute battle. Switzerland dominating possession at 69%, but Qatar holding firm defensively. Zakaria winning the ball back again for Switzerland. They're relentless in their pursuit of a winner. One minute left on the clock, and Ebisher sends another cross into the Qatar box. Koki clears it away. Akanji and Elvedi marshalling the defense brilliantly, but can they find that elusive breakthrough goal? Freuler searching for space, passes it wide to Rodriguez, and the whistle goes. A dramatic 1-all draw. What a thrilling encounter. Both sides giving everything, but neither could break through in these intense 90 minutes. Deadlocked at 1-1. Who will blink first? We're into the 90-minute mark, and it's all square here. 1-1 between Qatar and Switzerland. Embolo driving forward again, but Koki stands firm in the heart of the Qatari defense. Switzerland dominating possession at nearly 70%, but Qatar holding their line magnificently. Xhaka looking for space. Afif cuts it out with a crucial interception. "26 shots for Switzerland, just 7 for Qatar, yet somehow we're level." Zakaria pushing up the wing. Lai tracks him beautifully. What defending from Qatar! This is tense, folks. Absolutely tense football here in the closing stages. Rodriguez swings it in. Abunad heads it clear. And that could be that. We're into the 90-minute mark and it's still level at 1 apiece. What a contest! Xhaka's been absolutely commanding in midfield for Switzerland throughout this encounter.